Hello, today I'd like to show you how to work the double chain cast on, also known as the twisted chain cast on. Now, this cast on creates a really nice, neat edge that gives a good amount of stretch that's perfect for brioche knitting. And you can see it creates these two chains and gives a look that's almost reminiscent of like a two-stitch I-cord for your cast on. So let's jump in and show you how to do this. The first nice thing about it is that it is a short tail cast on. You don't need to worry about measuring out a tail. You just need to tie yourself a slip knot. Then I'm going to place that slip knot onto my left hand needle. Now I'm going to cross my right needle behind my left needle next to that slip knot, and I'm going to bring my working yarn. I'm just holding the slip knot here with my thumb. I'm going to bring the working yarn behind both needles, then in front of the left needle and behind the right needle. So you can see it's crossed over the left needle and then back behind the right needle, and then I'm going to use the tip of the right needle to pull that yarn through the wrap I made by wrapping that yarn around. Now this next part is important. I need to take the tip of my left needle and twist it to the back before bringing my needle up to cross behind my other needle to set up my next stitch. If I twist it the other way, it'll create an extra twist in the stitch that will remove that elasticity from your cast on and give it a slightly different look. So let's show this again. I'm going to bring the yarn behind both needles, wrap over the left needle, behind the right needle, and now I'm going to bring it through the stitch that is wrapped on my right needle and twist to the back. Let's show that a few more times. Bring the yarn behind both needles, in front of the left needle tip, behind the right needle tip, and then bring that yarn through that stitch on your right needle, swing your needle to the back, and cross it again for the next stitch. So let's talk through it once more. Bring the yarn around behind both needles, in front of the left needle tip, behind the right needle tip, and bring that yarn through. Now some people find this to be a little bit fiddly to do with a knitting needle, so you can do this instead of how I'm doing it. You can replace what I'm doing with my right hand needle with a crochet hook if that is easier for you, and it can make pulling it through that stitch a little bit easier. So I'm going to keep going, repeating these steps until I have until I have the number of stitches that I want on my left needle. This initial slip knot is not going to count. So if I have 5, 6, 7, 8 stitches on there, so let's say that's the number I wanted, then I'm going to take this stitch on my right needle, simply place it onto my left hand needle and snug it up. And then when I knit my first row, I will drop this last stitch off of the needle and simply pull that slip knot out, and you then have your tail nice and loose. And you can see that I got a nice row of V's there, and again on the other side. So this again creates a nice, stretchy, neat looking edge for your brioche knitting or any other project that you'd like to use it for. I hope that you have found this tutorial helpful, and thank you for watching.